Mr. Mansingh Pawar, Mr. JIN Reflexology, Mrs. Prabha Desarda, Mr. Santosh Kavle, Mr. Lalit Gandhi. I request you all to kindly come on the dais. Once again, a very warm welcome. Thank you everyone for blessing this event with your presence. Our JIN Reflexology is honored to have you. Now, with great spirit and vigor, I take immense pleasure announcing that for the special moment which we have all gathered here for, the launching of the website is now going to begin. And to begin this auspicious event, let's start it with chanting a few lines for the goodwill. And for this invocation, I would like to call upon Mrs. Shilpa Jain, Mrs. Manju Jain, Mrs. Sapna Gandhi, Mrs. Harshali Sancheti, and Mrs. Monica Kathed.
भावना दिन रात मेरी सब सुखी संसार हो, सत्य संयमशील का व्यवहार बारंबार हो.
Now, for the salutation of our respected guests of honor, I would like to call a few dignitaries on the stage. To felicitate and welcome our chief guest, Mr. Mansingh Pawar, I would request the founder, the settler of JIN Healthcare, Honorable Mr. Suganchan Jain, to step on the platform. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Madanlal Sisodia for felicitating and welcoming Mr. JIN Reflexology. Please give a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir. Our next guest of honor, Mrs. Prabha Desarda. I would request Mrs. Monica Kathed to step on the dais to welcome and felicitate Mrs. Desarda. Now, amongst our excellencies, Mr. Santosh Kavle, I would feel really grateful if we could have Mr. Santosh Jadhav to head towards the stage to felicitate and welcome Mr. Santosh Kavle. Please give it up for all these esteemed personalities. We are blessed to have been graced with presence of such honorable people. Next, for felicitating and welcoming Mr. Lalit Gandhi, I request Mr. Prabhakar to come towards the stage. Everyone, please put your hands together. Thank you, sir. Followers and admirers of JIN Reflexology are piling on day by day, and for the enhancement, for taking it to a higher and better level, a website has been created, developed, and it is going to be launched. We all have been invited for the same, and now for launching of the website, JINReflexology.com and JINReflexology.in, I would request Mr. Mansingh Pawar, Mr. JIN Reflexology, and all other esteemed guests to step on the dais. Let's give it up for this very auspicious and great moment which we all have been waiting for. This is a huge accomplishment that the originator of such a great branch in the treatment sector of the medical world, the web host JINReflexology.com and JINReflexology.in, the one who established and launched such an amazing website which is creating a better platform of treatment for the entire world, lives amongst us in Aurangabad in Maharashtra, making all of us extremely proud. People can make use of it and experience its benefits all over the world. People can enjoy all the advantages from wherever they want and whenever they want. Congratulations not only to Sir but to everyone as they make use of this website and achieve a healthy and disease-free fit body at fingertips. The man of the hour, founder of JIN Reflexology, Mr. Anil Jain, who has been hardworking with passion and dedication, who has been researching, and now his tremendous experience in this has gave birth to such an amazing treatment practice in which just by pressing specific points in your palm and your feet, they tell you and alert you about the ongoing and developing problems in your body. Reflexology has always been around, but JIN Reflexology is different and better as it does the diagnosis and treatment and not just healing. This is the reason which makes JIN Reflexology so perfect. Now, how this is possible will be explained to us later, but at the moment, for giving us the information about the website, I would request the pioneer, the founder of JIN Reflexology, Honorable Anil Jain sir, to step on the dais.
JINReflexology.com, JINReflexology.in are being launched today in the presence of our esteemed guests, Mr. Mansingh Pawar, Mr. Jayant Shiftekar, Mrs. Prabha Desarda, Mr. Santosh Kavle Patil, Mr. Lalit Gandhi, and the healthcare professionals. Though the audience present here is limited, but the scope of this website is not limited. We are launching this website all over India via YouTube and Facebook at 9 p.m. today. So not only us present here, but also thousands and millions of people will witness the launch of this website along with us. We are conveying the message that this is a scientific era, and the sector of science has done a lot of progress. It has tried to touch the deep bottoms of the sea as well as the high tips of the never-ending sky. And on the other hand, we can see that because of the same medium of the science, the average age of a person has reduced to 100 plus years at some point in time to now 55 years plus. The science who has given and set such an exemplar example of technology, but also has been the invitation to a flood of various diseases and illness. I would like to mention our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who brought the idea of self-dependent India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. And for this self-dependent India, only the development and progress in business sector or only by increasing the level of better finance is not essential. Only this will not help us grow, because our history is showing by what means we were ahead. In the ancient times, education was the most important thing. You see that many people used to visit Bharat for taking education. Bharat was called the golden bird, Sone ki chidiya, because education was important here. Secondly, our most important strength was trade, in which traders from all over world visited Bharat for trading. And third was health. We had access to the treasure of health through which every individual led to disease-free life. In every village, every town, we had a Vaidyaraj who used to diagnose the patient merely by studying the pulse. And this one Vaidyaraj assured the health of the entire town. This has been the cultural heritage of Bharat. And now when you see around, even in a small town, we see a number of doctors and specialists. Eye specialists, specialists for the brain, GIT specialists, gynec specialists, specialists for heart, ENT specialists, and so many more. Yet, if you take a closer look, you see that every other household has a patient. No one can confidently commit that he is living a disease-free life. In such times, we accept one of the world's ancient methods, that is reflexology. It will be able to make one commit confidently that we can lead a healthy disease-free life. You must have seen a picture of Lord Vishnu and Goddess Lakshmi, where Vishnu is lying in the snake bed and you can see Goddess dabbing his feet. This is enough to show that this is one of the most ancient learnings of our country, and hence we are trying to present these learnings and knowledge to people in the most scientific way possible. It's nothing new. We are just developing the ancient known method, and through this we are trying to bring a change in the society. This is not for personal gains. Everyone present here all the learned professionals and therapists, I request you not to talk about how skilled we are or if we are great. We are here to talk about the scope of this therapy to bring it in ears of many people. If you really think that this method, which helps us to avoid surgeries and to treat chronic diseases within a matter of few weeks, I request you all to please come and share your experiences and opinions to make people realize that if we accept this method of treatment, then we will be able to achieve our vision of healthy life without medicines 2030. If we want to achieve medicine-free world, then we all need to come together and start this regime and make the history. And for this to happen, you all are present here as commanders, and we can make this happen. Do not think yourself like you are not capable. Every person here has their own passion. I would like to present an example of inspiration before you. This person here, Mrs. Prabha Sarda, is 70 years old and is taking an ardent initiative to learn this therapy. Another here, Mr. JIN Reflexology, who has been awarded with multiple degrees, one of them which is MA in Yoga. When the course had just started, he was one of the first students to learn at this age. I salute such dedication and passion for learning irrespective of the age. These people here are the true inspiration that the age is no limit to start and learn something new. This is the importance of education. You are the true inspiration. Now everyone here might have different interests. Some would like to master the treatment method and hence can obtain training as such. Some can accept this method only as a patient to move in the direction of a disease-free life and towards medicine-free world. Also, we have most people who are associated with various organizations. I request them to promote this method on your platform and help this message to reach till the common folks. As fast as this will flourish, it would really be helpful to the needy people who do not have other affordable options. I had this friend who had problem with his tonsils. He lost his voice and was suggested to have a surgery, which would have cost more than 42,000 rupees. But the patient could not afford that. He came to us, and with the treatment of 2 months, today I feel proud to say that the person is now free from disease for about 7 to 8 years now, and his voice has become normal. He will share his experience here in some time. Then we can also have investors who can invest in this project. I would like to gain their attention. We can generate employment in rural areas. We can form an organization or a hospital for the same. Benefit of such investment is it will be a one-time investment for the infrastructure and just a power connection, and the work can start and more than 30 patients can be benefited daily. Thus, there are multiple aspects and perspectives to this therapy, and with this we can achieve our vision and contribute towards Atma Nirbhar Bharat. Initially, we had these websites, jainacupressure.com, jainacupressure.in, and through these websites we did promotions all over India, but now is the need to take this globally. And while taking global, we felt the need to advance the name, which was JIN Reflexology, for the past 10 years outside the social and cultural boundaries, and to make it available to all kind of people. We renamed it to J for Justify, I for Integrated, and N for Natural. JIN Reflexology. And that is how we are presenting before you. And in this websites, you will find all the information of this therapy with just a single click. We have given you everything like what is reflexology, history of reflexology, how this method was adapted, etc. etc. In these websites, we have also provided an interactive food chart which will show you the reflection point. We had the same chart in JINacupressure.com. We are also starting a major regime to create an encyclopedia on reflexology, which will have contributions from not only the experts around the country but also around the world. We are gathering articles and information for the same. Most important thing, that if we want to stay healthy, mere pressing of the points only will not help. But it's important to have tips. Healthy tips included in the website, which if we follow will definitely lead to healthy life, are compiled under one roof on our website, and you do not need to search on YouTube or anywhere else. We have these set of rules, and I guarantee that if you follow these rules, the need to visit doctor would never arise, neither allopathic nor reflexologist, but only and only if you adapt and follow the said lifestyle. But in this modern time, we have disordered lifestyles, and if you want to improve your lifestyle, then you can visit any of our JIN reflexologists. And if you don't want to visit anyone, then simply by just visiting the website, you can gather the information. We are also starting a major regime to create an encyclopedia on reflexology, which will have contributions from not only the experts around the country but around the world. We are gathering articles and information for the same. Most important thing, if we want to stay healthy, making of the points only will not help. It's important to have tips. Healthy tips included in the website, which if we follow will definitely lead to a healthy life, are compiled above on our website, and you do not need to search on YouTube or anywhere else. We have these set of rules, and I guarantee that if you follow these rules, then the need to visit doctor would never arise, neither allopathic nor reflexologist, but only and only if you adapt and follow the said lifestyle. But in this modern time, we have disordered lifestyles, and if you want to improve your lifestyle, then you can visit any of our JIN reflexologists. And if you do not want to visit anyone, then by simply just visiting the website, you can gather the information. After this, on JIN Reflexology Day, that is from 1st June to 21st June, we had conducted an online seminar of yoga on an international level for 2 consecutive years, where our very own Mrs. Manju Thole conducts it, and Mr. Mansingh Pawar here promised that whoever participates in the event will receive prizes every day. And he did give prizes. It lasted for 21 days. Present here, the President and Vice President of Automobile Association also helped us with the promotion and marketing. So, from 1st June to June 21st, we've been conducting this online for the past 2 years. But this year seems hopeful for an offline event for which we are trying our best to associate various organizations of Aurangabad. After this, we have the FAQ section for all your doubts and queries about this therapy, like how to do it, how is it helpful, what to do, etc. So, we have tried to provide you with the solutions to all your problems with just a single click. Now let us talk about the trainings. Initially, we had offline trainings, but then we had some problems about like missing the lecture, or sometimes, it happens, like you forget things. So we started online training, which is largely advantageous because then this course becomes available to any person sitting in the corner of world. We have Hindi lectures on .in website and English on .com. This will help to acquire training feasibly according to the convenience. Now, anyone can learn and give exams and all that at fingertips and one click away. And this will definitely create a bigger platform for the promotion. At last, I would like to thank all of you present here to have endowed your valued time for us. And further, we will listen to some experiences of the patients and our esteemed guests. Also, we have invited only those people today who have accepted this method of treatment completely so that they share their experiences with whole heart, which you can hear, and also the viewers and listeners on YouTube and on Facebook. And with this, I end my speech here. Thank you.
A big hand for the source of our inspiration, Mr. Anil Sir, a man of service, a simple man with high thinking who has envisioned the development of the world through this amazing therapy. They themselves follow the lifestyle at their homes and encourage their relatives, neighbors, us, you, through camps and YouTubes to follow the same. So I salute his great personality and consider ourselves lucky to know and be in contact with such a human. Next ahead, I would like to call the people who have trained themselves via website to come forward and share their experiences with us. Jayashree Makarwar, please come and share your valuable experience with us.
Basically, I am a tarot card reader and Reiki healer since 2014. But I am feeling very blissful for having a studentship of JIN Reflexology Advanced Diploma Online International course. I want to share my experience about this wonderful course. Today, we all are here for launching this website course. This course is designed very skillfully. Every class, every point, every videos are very precious and knowledgeable. One more thing I want to share here. We learn very well with flexibility anytime, anywhere. Deep knowledge, easy way, scientific technique, flexibility, those are very appreciable qualities of this course and website. JIN Reflexology is world's #1 technique which brings us perfect diagnosis, perfect result with no side effect, no medicines. Thank you JIN Reflexology technique, which is the precious fruit of our respected Guru Anilji Jain Sir's 30 years hard works and devotion. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Next, I would like to invite Abida Kausar to share her experience.
Hello everyone. I heartily and warm welcome to all the people who came here to attend this event. Standing in front of you for sharing my experience in JIN Reflexology course under the guidance of Dr. Anil Jain Sir. I have done my diploma in JIN Reflexology, and with no wonder I can say it was my best course taught in my life. I learned all the techniques of this therapy and I am able to cure all the disease with an ace. So I thank you all for giving me chance to share my experience with you. Thank you so much.
To talk about JIN Reflexology, its therapy, its benefits, etc., I would like to call JIN Reflexologist Anupreeta Gandhi. I have been associated with JIN Reflexology for last 12 years and also working as a therapist. Today, I would like to explain the mechanics on this therapy. In this modern time, science and technology is vigorously progressing. Also, in the medicine, we see new inventions and discoveries, but still, we also see new diseases arising every other day. The medicines, which were considered to be effective initially, are now producing most of these diseases. So in such times, if we want to lead a healthy life, then we must accept the innovative form of an ancient treatment method of India. That is, JIN Reflexology, which is a medicine-free method. Acupressure reflexology basically means that the reflections of the body are situated in the hands, feet, and other parts of the body. And to press these points with hands, fingers, or jimmy is what acupressure reflexology means. And the evolved version of this therapy is JIN Reflexology. In this method, the reflection points or centers present in the feet are pressed, and not only a certain diagnosis is achieved, but also it is treated. I would like to explain this with the help of examples. Imagine a machine with a current circuit system in it. Now, due to wrong use or overuse, a problem may be caused in the machine. So, you just press the reset switch to make the machine work again. Similarly, the reflection centers present in our feet are pressed and relieved, which in turn make the associated organs to work in appropriate way, and also it doesn't cause any harm to the body. Similarly, when we turn on a tap, and if we press at the opening and release it, the water gushes out of the tap with force, removing all the debris out of the way. In the same way, the blood flows in our body through veins, arteries, and capillaries, and sometimes some unwanted substances get accumulated in the path, which give rise to various health ailments. And if we press on the reflection centers related to the vessels of the associated organs, this unwanted accumulation gets cleared and the blood flow regulates. This is the way this therapy works and provides us with good health.
Thanks a lot. You explained it very well. You must have heard of these lines. In reflexology, these points are of great importance, and if you press these points, they work like magic and cure you from the disease and make you healthy. I would now request you people who have received or are giving this treatment to come forward and share your experience with us. So firstly, I would like to call Dr. Vrinda Rathi.
Hello, I'm Dr. Vrinda Rathi. I'm a dentist by profession. I had an issue with my spine which can be considered as one of the professional hazards, and I needed to take occasional bed rest, but thanks to Anil sir for his treatment and his devotion towards the treatment. I also had a major acidity problem, and on receiving this treatment, I'm so relieved that now it has been a year since the treatment, and till date I never felt the need to take bed rest, and the antacid I used to take every day for past 10 years for acidity, it is completely stopped, and I wish and think that everyone should accept this treatment. Though you are normal or not, this treatment will definitely help you be or stay normal and healthy. Thank you, sir. Yes, definitely. Me and my family have also received treatment from sir multiple times, and the result has been great. My daughter, who had hormonal issues, was relieved of the symptoms on the very 4th day of the treatment, and the problem was solved later. Now, I request Kalpana Ji Lalwani to share her experience.
I just want to share that I had cancer, and on receiving chemo, I had this tingling sensation in my feet. But after I went to Anil sir, I got 50% relief. In addition, my back and neck, which used to hurt a lot, got absolutely fine. And also my husband, who is a doctor himself, he too took this treatment, and he is also helping his patients with this therapy.
Wow! So allopathy along with reflexology?
Yes, and patients are getting relieved.
But this could work no matter what treatment you take, allopathy, Ayurvedic or homeopathy. But if you combine it with reflexology, the results are really magical and the benefit for patients is undoubted.
I am definitely taking his appointment every year in future. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, one of our esteemed guests, ex-president of Auto and Tire Dealership Association, Aurangabad District, Mr. Lalitji Gandhi, I would like him to share his views. Please, sir, come on the stage.
JINReflexology.com and .in are launching today, and I congratulate Anil sir for the same. I would like to share my experience about the JIN Reflexology in short. I had this pain in my right leg and I couldn't sit without a chair or stand for long. Then one of my friends recommended me Anil sir's name and asked me to try out this therapy. I immediately visited him the same day and started the therapy. I took sessions for 8 days and my leg is completely fine now. I could tirelessly stand for 2 hours now. So I recommend everyone to try out this treatment, and he has answers to all your health issues. Everyone must take this opportunity for their own benefit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Everyone present here must have agreed with you, and through our website your word will be spread. Now, I would like to call Snehal Raka to share her experience. Jai Jinendra, myself Snehal Pritesh Raka. I'm 28 years old right now. A while ago, I had an accident and had my back injured severely. I couldn't walk, sit or stand. I was on a complete bed rest for a month and needed assistance for simple tasks. Then, one day I met Anil uncle at his thanak and got to know about this therapy. My aunt also recommended me. So I went to him, though I did not complete the entire course and took treatment only for 15 days, after which I had a planned trip. But since that day, I can walk, run, and do all my chores by myself. Thank you so much, sir. It's all because of you. Doctors said that I wouldn't be able to walk without assistance and had to take this medicine, a very expensive one, which costed rupees 26 per tablet. That too 4 times a day for lifelong at such a young age. But since the therapy, I haven't taken a single tablet, and now I'm leading a normal life, all thanks to JIN Reflexology and Anil uncle. Thank you. Truly, everyone coming up here has their share of the miraculous experience with this therapy.
I personally never needed the treatment, but still I have experience to share. My brother has undergone the therapy. When Sir opened his clinic in Sitco, my brother was probably the first patient to visit him, and the results were obviously magical. Even though you might not know what's wrong in your body, by mere pressing of points, Anil sir can tell if there is any underlying issue. It's always better than other expensive and torturous diagnostic tests. Next up, on stage, our guest of honor, who only seems aged but is young in spirits, and as Anil sir always says, that she is the true source of inspiration and a guide. So, I humbly request Prabha ma'am to share her views.
Jai Jinendra everyone. This JIN Reflexology is a unique and successful treatment. When we go to a regular doctor, the doctor asks us about what's wrong with us. But here, in JIN Reflexology, the therapists themselves tell us about the irregularities of our body. So, it's kind of astonishing that how perfect the diagnosis can be, without expensive tests and drawing of blood. Not only this, but the happiness we see on the patient's face during and after the therapy is itself satisfying. Some patients get so attached that they want only me to treat them. They used to wait for me and not take treatment from anyone else. So, this is what this therapy has given me. Without any side effect, such great results. Thus taking us to a closer healthy life. Thank you.
I have been in close relations with Anil sir for 2 years now. I had my own health issues for which I received this treatment. I had a deficiency of nutrients in my body. Took regular treatment from various doctors for a long time, but all in vain. Finally, here is where I found all my answers, and within 15 days I was fit. Later my wife developed some health issues. Some said it was breast cancer. Some said something else. Roamed to many places, almost spent more than 70,000 rupees, but no relief. So, we finally came to Sir, and no one would believe this, but only within 2 days the bleeding stopped. The risk of breast cancer was no more hanging over our heads. We are very grateful to Sir and highly obliged to have met him and thankful that we chose JIN Reflexology. Thank you.
Hello, greetings and blessings to everyone. I have been associated with JIN Reflexology for 4 years now, and it has always attracted me. Today I am 66 years old and yet I have no medicines, not a single pill. Just 3-4 years ago, I had a sciatica, so I contacted Anuprita, my niece, and she asked me to come in for the demo. And I received my first therapy during the demo session. And within 8 days, my sciatica was cured. I brought the magnets along with me. And just like anybody has some addictions, I am addicted to this therapy in a good sense. There's no harm to this addiction. And we don't have to tell about our problems. The therapist sitting in front of you will examine you and tell you, and then you realize that yes, you have this problem. The diagnosis is so perfect. And congratulations, sir, for all the research and all the best for future endeavors. Thanks a lot.
Respected members of the Diaz and the audience Z, greetings to all. I am Rekha Jaiswal. I myself am a naturopathy practitioner. I have known Mr. Anil for 20 to 25 years. I have completed all the courses and recently I came across an abnormal child, 6 years old, couldn't understand or read or write anything. So I consulted Anil sir. I had all the equipments for the therapy and he told me about the treatment. And now this child is improving day by day. He can sit, he understands when he is hungry, recognizes his mom, and we see the serious improvement. And his mother got so impressed that she decided to learn this therapy herself. And I would like to take a moment to thank and appreciate Anil sir for all his efforts and achievements. Not only has he put his time in it, but for all the dedication, hard work and his consistency. The types of magnets he has developed give relief within minutes. I would like to share my personal experience. Some days ago, my knees kind of got locked. I couldn't move my knees, had pain and swellings. So I called Anil sir and asked him, and he said to use the magnets I had. So I used those magnets and without any medicine or anything else, I was doing perfectly fine. Doctor told me it seems like chikungunya and the pain wouldn't relieve for 6 months. But with the magnets, it was a matter of minutes. And the research Anil sir has done is very appreciable. All his hard works and efforts had made this complicated science understandable, applicable and approachable. And here I end my words. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra. Thank you.
I had this major digestion problem. So my friend whom I called Babu said, his actual name is Mr. Lalwani. He always pushed me towards acupressure. But I was skeptical and used to say that all this allopathy, homeopathy I have tried is of no use to me. Then what good will this walking do to me? So I ignored it for about 6 months or so. But then he took me with him to Jain sir. And it's been about 6 to 8 months now since the treatment. I have not needed any allopathy or homeopathy or any other medicine. I don't get acidity anymore and the digestion is first class. And also for my wife, she had this knees problem. She was not a patient but still she received serious relief. So also I have my friends here who are helped by this therapy. So thank you sir for this amazing treatment and congratulations on website. Greetings everyone. I joined JIN Reflexology 10 years ago and started self-treating. You only realize how good this therapy is once you start self-treating. At first when I received this treatment from someone else and saw the results, it inspired me to learn this technique and help others. And since 10 years, I have been spreading the word and promoting JIN Reflexology. I have treated many patients, mostly those who had joint pain complaints, be it ankle joint, shoulder, hip, neck. And not only physical, but I also came across many mental disorders and patients received good relief with JIN Reflexology. Many times we do not understand or are not able to find the alignments through pathology tests or anything else. Most times we have common hormonal imbalance which causes multiple health alignments, gynecologist. Even this can be found out and treated with JIN Reflexology. For example, if you have problems with your knees, the underlying cause might be unhealthy digestion, and this we have never learned anywhere. So, when we see patients with knee problems, we can associate it with digestion or constipation to treat accordingly. In short, the systems in our body are interlinked, and disturbed regulation in one system might project a disease in other system. And when we diagnose the patient, we understand the root cause of the disease. So, in JIN Reflexology, we not only treat the symptoms but correct the imbalance at the roots, which also prevents the disease that might grow in future. This is the greatness of JIN Reflexology. There is no other therapy that is as easy and perfect as JIN Reflexology. I hope everyone gets blessed with health. And when we help people by investing our time and energy for this, we get tons of blessings. Thank you.
Respected jury, around 4 years ago, I met Mr. Anil Jain. I have been working in automobile service sector where you have to give a 24-hour service. My work took off and I started my another branch in Pune. And I became a frequent Aurangabad to Pune traveler. Due to the frequent traveling, I developed hemorrhoids. It was really painful, and I was so frustrated that I decided to close down the Pune branch. But by God's grace, I met Mr. Jain sir, and he said to stop all the medicines and start his treatment. And after that treatment, the piles got cured. And then I started my branches in Nashik, Ahmednagar and Jalna. And for this progress in the business and success that I have achieved, I am grateful to Mr. Jain for his valuable contribution. Thank you.
Firstly, a very hearty congratulations to Mr. Jain sir on launching of the website. This website will definitely facilitate the spreading of the word about your research and knowledge to every corner of the world. This treatment technique is an ancient method, not a new one, but it's great of you that you contrasted it and made this so amazing by using technology. And millions can be reached via this website. So congratulations once again on this achievement. Everyone has spoken very highly of you already, but I won't be doing that here. Because everyone that has their own experience. There are multiple treatment options available in the world today. Also, there are numerous diseases that have arisen today. So some opt for allopathy, some for homeopathy, some for Ayurveda, some for naturopathy. If you go to China, they have their Chinese medicines and methods. Also in India, Unani was quite famous at a time. You have this big Unani hospital in Delhi. So my point is that JIN Reflexology should not be confined to a handful of people here, but it should be spread all over, and the scope should increase and increase all time. All those who have received this treatment have great results. So we need to take this on a bigger platform, for which this website will surely help. But was this possible only by Anil sir? Anil sir is researching, helping people, working on the betterment. So it's not possible, or rather difficult, for one person to make all this happen. Therefore, it is necessary
to form an organization and institutionalize this so that it gets state accreditation, because unless and until anything gets accreditation, it is difficult for the common folks to accept it. So to sum up, if we want it to reach to common people, then we must institutionalize this and get state accreditation. And for the same, all of us have to work for it. Personally, there are many things about Anil sir that impress me. I am sorry, ma'am, you are a doctor and I shouldn't speak like that. But doctor's profession was considered to be a noble profession. But nowadays there are many doctors coming out and practicing, for which there is a huge investment required for the infrastructure. And based in diagnostic, this requires money, time, and the patient gets more stress. But about Anil sir, the thing is still noble and not just earning money. If you go and he says that you will need to take a treatment for 8 days, and if you feel fine in just 4 days, he'll tell you not to come from the 5th day. This is what impressed me the most about Anil sir. Everyone in the world needs money, and everyone is striving hard to earn it. All these problems are also caused because of money. You are losing your mental peace, hunger, and everything for what? To earn money, right? But this is what you won't see in this person. Lastly, I would just say that if you want to have a healthy, fit, fine, and disease-free life, accept JIN Reflexology. And once again, congratulations Anil sir on this achievement. He has his own way of doing things. Like I go to many events, and generally in these events there is a majority of male population. But here it's completely opposite. And secondly, in any event, people on the dais are usually who speak. But here too, it's opposite. People from the audience are speaking more rather than the people on dais. So finally, all the best and keep working, and you will always have our support. And to institutionalize this forum, not only me, but all of us here will work together. Thank you. Firstly, I would like to announce that our website, jinreflexology.com and its are now out for use and launched.
इस वेबसाइट का उद्घाटन हुआ
Mr. Lalit Gandhi sir, Mrs. Prabha Desai,
मंच पर
Mr.
उपस्थित
and Mr. Mansingh Pawar sir, and the heart of the event, Honorable Anil sir. I thank all you. As we all know and say that everyone's future is in their own hands, but everyone present here who shared their experiences with us can say that the future is in the foot. You meet many people who predict your future by looking at the lines of your hands. But to predict the condition of your health, the feet, which is the foundation of our body structure on which our body stands, is helpful. And to predict the future of your health, be it physical, mental, or even emotional, it is possible only through reflexology technique. So now it is our responsibility, and we should understand this responsibility and help to spread the word about this therapy. Since ancient India, we have so many things that we have given to the world, and it has been accepted internationally. For example, yoga. In this entire world, only India has yoga science, which is elaborated in practicals and in theories. And no other tradition has yoga science. Hence, yoga is the greatest gift that India has given to the world. Today, we need to understand the basics of health. We need to understand the basic anatomy and physiology of the human body. Follow our culture and accept a lifestyle accordingly. And if we do that, then we don't need doctors and medicines. When I first started the yoga science department in university, I invited Dr. Anil Jain for speaking. My students said that this should be included in the curriculum, but this department was attached to sports department, so there hasn't been much development in that area. Anyways, Anil sir, you called me for this event and I would like to become your student and learn reflexology. Please accept me as your student, because by learning this therapy, if I can help myself and others, then this is something that is worth knowing and learning. And I believe, Anil sir, that this message will reach not only to thousands but millions of people. And this is definitely a golden chance as auspicious day of Ganesh Chaturthi. And I pray to Lord Ganesh to bless my dear friend Anil Jain to achieve all his dreams and his vision to come true and help everyone get a disease-free life. And because of the launch of this therapy is not confirmed only to Aurangabad or Maharashtra, but its scope is widened and has reached the international level. Anil ji, you've done favors to many people. You've helped many people, even though you don't accept it. But let's say it is the truth and we have to accept it. Now, you won't be only recognized all over the world, but this website will be representing India on an international platform. And we all are and always will be grateful to you for achieving this. The initiative you've taken for the social, physical, mental, spiritual betterment of the society is really appreciated. And I pray to the Almighty that more such Anil Jain are gifted to the world, who work tirelessly along with people, being an inspiration. By saying this, I end my speech. And once again, thank you for inviting me here and for giving me the respect. I am definitely going to be a student of reflexology, and I will try my best to promote and work for JIN Reflexology. Thank you.
Today in this event, we saw the launching of the websites jinreflexology.com and jinreflexology.in. Then we heard the experiences of our patients. So first off, I would like to congratulate them. Thank them all who gave their precious time to us and made this event a grand success. I would like to thank everyone present here, Mr. Mansingh Pawar, Mr. Shivtekar sir, Mrs. Prabha Desarda ma'am. Mr. Shivtekar sir, present here, has always helped us to promote acupressure. They had a 25 marks paper in their MA Yoga Curriculum of acupressure reflexology. For that too, a huge thank you. Now we are starting a membership regime, JIN Reflexology membership regime, under which you'll get a monthly checkup which will keep all the diseases aside. Even though if any disorder occurs, it can be corrected as soon as possible. For example, if you have heart issues, cholesterol issues, liver issues, or digestion issues, or any other, we can control it with time and prevent it from getting worse. The main factor is time. If you miss the time and the disease progress, then only one option stays viable, and that is surgery. And when any disease reaches such a stage, then it's difficult to manage it. So we have two membership plans, Diamond membership and Gold membership. You'll get a monthly checkup and blood test with 73 profiles, which includes liver, kidney, thyroid, etc.
And with this combination of modern medicine and reflexology therapy, we are trying to achieve the best of allopathy, that is, the tests and all have been added in this package. We also have doctors associated with us who won't suggest you medicines but will help you make necessary lifestyle modifications. Secondly, we have a dietitian who will suggest a proper diet. Many times this happens, the food we eat as healthy isn't good for our physical condition. So to recognize this, you'll get a dietitian. By the way, both of these things we've added as additional. We've also added yoga experts who will guide you. So all this is added in this membership as additional options. We have couple memberships and other facilities. So kindly check the form at the counter. You'll also get a systematic annual report with monthly mention of your condition. Hence, this monthly analysis will give a better understanding of the pattern of the disease and will help the treatment faster. So thank you everyone for today's event. A special mention of our host, Kirti Patni ma'am. She made a song for us after receiving the treatment. I request Mr. Shivtekar sir and Mrs. Desarda ma'am to please felicitate Kirti ma'am.